Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and this is sharing some of Natalie May's new collage papers. She has released some amazing ones in the past, and these ones are no exception. I especially love, it won't surprise you, but I especially love this sheet because it's got these beautiful rainbow faces on. This one is called She's Full of Colour, or is it, I think, let me have a look. Yeah, she is full of colour. I'm going to choose this image here that I'm cutting out using my water brush. Not all collage papers will allow you to do this, but Natalie May's do. And unusually, I'm going to stick it straight in. I wanted to try something because I was playing in the white watercolour journal from Dina Wakley, which unfortunately we can't get hold of anymore. So if you find one and you really like it, you need to buy it. So I haven't added any gesso, I'm just going in with some water, and I'm going to get my acrylic paint to try and play like watercolour. So I'm starting off with raspberry, a tiny blob and a bit of water, and just watering it down. Using a round brush, I'm then just going to add that to my page and let it kind of spread out where it wants to. I'm going to pull it across onto the image as well so that it helps to blend the image in with my page. And you can see how that's behaving because my page is wet. It's kind of bleeding out like watercolours would do. So I'm just going to carry on with this process, colour matching to the colours as close as I can. So next I'm going to use mustard, do the same thing, grab some mustard, water it down and add it onto my journal page. And I don't mind if the colours blend one into another. In fact, I'm encouraging them to do that because I love that kind of effect that's going on with the image on from the collage paper. So I want that because that will make it look more blended. Sorry, I'm struggling with my words today. I don't know why. If I copy as much as I can the way that it looks on the collage paper, it will then look less like I've stuck a collage image on my journal page. So this is evergreen. I would have used lime, but I kind of felt it was a slightly darker green on there. So, and this kind of worked perfectly fine. Now, something interesting happened when I did this page because I followed the colours that I could see there. So now I'm going in with a bit of, I think this is like a peacock colour, and just kind of dabbing that on, letting it blend a little bit. I think my page might have dried a bit here, so then I'm probably going to give that a squirt with some water. But I was starting to think, it's not really looking colourful enough. I'm not super happy with how it's working. And then I spotted that there was like a bit of a lilac-y tone in there. So once I've just pulled that raspberry out a bit further to the right, because I wanted to extend it to the edge of my page, because otherwise it just kind of was a bit odd. Just dotting it on and letting it, I'm not overthinking, as you can see, I'm just popping it on and letting it go where it wants. Once I'd popped that on, I then went in with iris, and that was when the page kind of, for me, really came together. So whilst I liked this at this point, I was like, nah, it's not quite what I'm after. And just adding these touches of lilac, just, I don't know why, but it just made it really come to life for me, and I really loved it after this. So that's like a pointer that says, you know, don't quit. Just because it's not going quite how you had in mind, don't quit. Keep trying, keep trying. You can always add more things. And then, of course, you can go in with white or black after. And there's so many ways that you can correct things that you do that you're not so happy with. This is a stencil I designed for Natalie May. Goes with the exclusive classes that have been happening for Nat over on her website. And I'm using Night, but I have watered it down, and that's why it's looking a bit sort of soft and like not as deliberate as it would be if I just used the paint without watering it down. And I wanted to stick with that kind of loose, soft look with my stenciling that I added on to my page. Although this one down here was a little bit too loose, so I went back. Okay, so then I'm going in with another circle stencil, and I'm now adding some white, and I'm going to pull the white over the Night that I've just added just to push that away a little bit, because I don't want that to be the focal point that draws your eyes. But I did want a bit of a contrast and a darker colour in there. So then I'm just layering lots of stenciling. This is also from Natalie May, a nice text. I think this one's called Writing on the Wall. I'm just adding a little bit of turquoise through that. And you'll notice I'm not using the whole stencil, I'm just using parts of it, just to pull a little bit of interest onto that background. Okay. Of course, don't know when to stop. More, add more. No, don't listen to me. You need to learn when to stop. That's the thing. Sometimes I do know when to stop and sometimes no. So now I'm just going in with a Stabilo All pencil and just lightly adding some darker lines into the hair, around the face. The reason I'm doing this is because the face is beautiful, but it's sort of disappearing into my background, and I just wanted to pull it forwards a little bit. So then I decided that, I know she's got a bun on the back of her head, but I wanted to pull that out into like wavy hair flowing. So I've used the pencil to draw some lines, and then I'm just going to water activate those with a water brush, as you will see here, and that just darkens those up, but it also does it in a nice soft way. So I could have done it with a paint pen, but that would have created a much darker, harsher line. The Stabilo All is a real soft line, as you can see. It's because it's water activated, it's going to bleed out a little bit, but it does create that nice soft effect. So it's a little tip, if you're wanting to create softer lines, I would definitely suggest using a water-soluble pen or pencil to do it. Then I tried to pull the line out under her chin, but was worried that made it look like she got a goatee. But we'll not look at that, we'll not focus on that, because now I'm doing the lines over here in her hair. These lines are then going to become the guide for my writing. So then I'm adding a bit of stamping. Of course, my dotty stamp has to come out, and a bit of text stamping too. You will more often than not see these in my journal pages. It's just kind of something that I feel starts to pull the page together for me. It's adding those extra little elements. And then, like I said, I'm going to write my words into her hair, and I'm going to use those wavy lines as my guide for my words. And this is another way that you can get text onto your page. You know, I said on a previous video that you can paint lines to write onto. This is another way that you can do it, is you can draw the lines and then make your writing fit into those lines that you've drawn. It's a really easy way to make a guide for yourself, but you've actually made it part of your journal page. So this is a Posca paint pen that I'm using to write my quote on here. And that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. A little bit of a different effect here, using a kind of watery effect with acrylic paint. It's super easy. Give it a try. I think you'll like it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I do hope to see you again soon.